When Livia entered the autopsy suite with Dr. Colt 20 minutes later, Dr. Larson had the body out of the cooler and was examining the piercings in the skull.
Maggie, I hear we have a complicated case.
Intriguing, for sure.
Maggie Larson stood over the body. She wore loupes that magnified the area of the skull she was interested in. Dr. Colt snapped on latex gloves, tied his mask, and went straight to the broken leg.
This is not the fracture of a bridge jumper.
No, sir.
Did you measure the height?
Femoral shaft fracture, 27 inches from the heel.
Make sure to include that number in your autopsy report. Homicide will want to compare that to the height of various car bumpers, since I'm certain this fracture was from a vehicle-to-man impact.
Livia filed several things away in her mind. First, to include the height of the leg fracture in this report and all subsequent ones. Second, horizontal femoral fractures can be caused when a car strikes a standing pedestrian. An impressive conclusion had she come up with it herself. And last, to research other vehicle-to-man traumas so that she never again made the same glaring omission in an autopsy report.
Got it.
Dr. Colt moved to the abdomen.
Broken ribs?
None. And the body was so decomposed, there's no way it was floating. Abdominal cavity wasn't able to hold gases.
What did the investigators' report state?
Floater, but I believe that was based on the statement of the fisherman who found the body. I think he likely snagged the body off the bottom, hauled it to the surface, and called the police when he saw his catch. The investigators took the word of the cops and the fisherman that the body was floating. Plus, they noticed the broken leg and made the conclusion he was a jumper.
So you think he drowned?
Livia shook her head.
No water in the lungs.
So peculiar.
Cradling the skull in one hand while peering through her magnifying lenses, Maggie Larson probed the holes with an instrument Livia had never before seen in the autopsy suite. Dr. Colt moved to the front of the table and took a spot next to Dr. Larson.
What do we have?
12 random holes through the skull.
Dr. Larson extracted the probe she had been roto-rooting through the skull and set it to the side. Livia looked closer and swore the far-end tool was a skewer she'd find in her kitchen drawer. In her 2 months of fellowship, she'd learned that MEs regularly brought personal tools to the morgue, whatever was most comfortable and got the job done.
Too random to be gunshot pellets, and on different planes. Plus, no foreign bodies found.
Drill holes?
Maggie Larson pouted her lips.
Morbid, but possible.
Dr. Larson backed away from the skull and allowed Dr. Colt to take her spot. He, too, pulled surgical loops from his overstuffed breast pocket and slid them onto his face. He was quiet for several seconds before he let out his characteristic, Finally, Dr. Colt removed his loops and dropped them back into his jacket pocket. He snapped off his gloves and rubber bands shot them into a garbage can across the room.
Penetrating wounds of unknown etiology through the skull and dura and into the brain. Looking at the rest of the body and with Livia's autopsy findings, he bled to death from these wounds. The inside lining of the skull is remarkable for left side blood staining, indicating the victim never moved from a supine position after suffering these wounds. Put those conclusions in your report as well, Dr. Cutty. Make sure it's detailed. Keep the cause of death as exsanguination, manner undetermined.
Undetermined? I thought we were on the same page that this was a homicide.
Livia felt her bragging rights slipping away. The fellows fought each morning for the most interesting cases. A homicide was by far the best any of them had seen in their first 2 months.
Someone hit this guy with their car and then...
Livia looked at Dr. Larson.
Drilled him in the head or something. Dropped him in the bay when they were done with him.
We provide the facts, Dr. Cutty. The detectives sort them out. Or something is not part of our survey or our vocabulary. Get his clothing to ballistics for analysis.
Livia nodded.
You did good work, Livia. Sometimes the findings point a strong finger at what exactly happened. Other times, they simply tell us what did not. This guy did not jump from any bridge. That's what we know for sure. The rest is out of our hands.